The woman used to be the prettiest girl in school, but she grew up to be quite unattractive. She brought a beer to a customer, but the customer complained about her looks. A man next to him grabbed her arm and demanded she send over a pretty waitress instead. Annie felt deeply hurt inside, but she forced a smile and walked away. Even though she wasn't considered pretty, she had a best friend named Mary. Mary was incredibly beautiful. After work, Annie went to her best friend's birthday party. When one of Mary's suitors saw Annie, he mocked her for being ugly. Mary was furious when she heard this. She stomped on his foot with her high heel, and then ran out to find Annie. The two of them hugged each other, but right after they pulled apart, Mary accidentally fell into the swimming pool. A bunch of men immediately dove into the pool to save Mary. Annie watched anxiously from the edge, and was accidentally bumped into the pool by one of the men. Because she wasn't pretty, no one came to save her. She could only struggle in the water, until she was completely exhausted and gave up. She could only pray to be born beautiful in her next life. Suddenly, she opened her eyes, and realized her feet were already touching the bottom. The water only came up to her waist. Watching her best friend being rescued by a crowd of men, and then looking at her own situation, Annie walked home in complete embarrassment. Even couples passing by laughed at her. The next day, she was running late for a job interview. Luckily, she just managed to catch the elevator, but the interview didn't go well at all. The moment she stepped outside, it started pouring rain. She was having the worst luck ever. When she got home that night and turned on her computer, she received an email from her childhood first love. He was asking to meet up with her. It turned out, when the boy first transferred to their school, he was teased by his classmates for being chubby and ugly, and he was bullied constantly. Back then, Annie, who was still a pretty girl, would always step up and chase his bullies away. Because the boy's mother had passed away in an accident during a rainstorm, whenever it rained, he would become extremely distressed. Annie would appear in front of him and use her jacket to shield him from the rain. When the boy was still in pain, she took out her earbuds and let him listen to music. The boy finally relaxed and looked at Annie. Annie said, "From now on, I'll protect you." And so, the two became best friends. But the good times didn't last long. The boy eventually moved abroad with his dad. They promised to meet again when they grew up. In the email, Annie and the boy agreed to meet up tomorrow, knowing she was about to see her childhood first love. Annie was so excited she couldn't sleep all night. The next evening, Annie excitedly rushed to the meeting spot and saw a chubby guy sitting on a bench eating. She smiled, jogged over, and tapped his shoulder. Then she excitedly pulled him to his feet, saying that he hadn't changed a bit. He looked completely confused and asked who she was. Annie realized she had mistaken him for someone else. Just then her phone rang. It was her first love, Mike, calling. She saw a handsome guy nearby holding a phone and looking around. Finally, he spotted Annie, waved, and started walking toward her. Annie froze when she saw him. Her memories overlapped with the incredibly good-looking guy in front of her. Her first love had gone from a chubby kid to a total heartthrob, while she had gone from a beautiful girl to an ugly woman.